Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Charissa Bacon. I'm a social media manager and coach, and I'm also the co-owner of a social media agency called Vine and Branch Media. In today's video, I'm going to be talking all about a question that I've been asked very frequently by clients, by just friends and family. In this video, I'm going to be answering the question, should I create a new business page on social media for my business, or should I just post my content on my personal page? I even struggled with this when I was first starting my business and a couple of other side hustles that I've had in the past. It is kind of a sticky situation, especially when you're kind of married to the content that you do post on your personal page. So I understand why this question is so common, but hopefully this video helps clear everything up for you and gives you some perspective and some weigh in from both sides. I'm going to be sharing some pros and cons of doing both, just because the answer really is, it depends. I truly do think there are pros and cons to both sides, and I'm going to be sharing why, in which circumstances I think that you should keep posting your business content on your personal page, and then in which circumstances you should create a separate business page. Also, I hope you guys like my blue light blocking glasses. I feel like I look like a nerd or librarian, but I just feel like wearing them right now because I just have a lot of light on me. I'm looking at my screen. I have like a ring light here, natural light, a lamp. It's just very bright, and sometimes I get headaches, and I also just felt cute and smart wearing these glasses. So first, let's talk about when you should create a separate business page. I think that if you are not the face of your brand, and if your business or your brand is not directly tied to you as a person, then in that case, then you should create a separate business page. For example, if you are a product-based business, in most cases, I'm gonna say create a separate page for your business, just because it makes more sense. Honestly, I feel like that one is kind of self-explanatory. You're gonna be promoting your products and posting that, and it's gonna get mixed up with your personal content if you keep it on your personal page. So obviously for product-based businesses, I will probably, in most cases, almost always say create a separate account, especially if you're not the face of that business. I understand for a lot of sole proprietors and small businesses, like you're the small business owner and you're the face of your brand, and that totally makes sense. So in some circumstances, then it might be beneficial to post on your personal page about your business. But if you are not the face of your brand, if your business is not directly tied to you, and if it's a product-based business, and also if your personal audience is not going to benefit from any of your business content, then I would say create a separate business page. In my situation, I'm a social media manager, and when I started my freelancing career and I decided that this is what I wanted to do, I wanted to start promoting it on my personal social media just so that I could generate word of mouth. So that was helpful for me, but at the same time, a lot of people did not resonate with my content. They weren't interested. My engagement dipped. I lost a lot of followers, and that's honestly fine, because that does mean that your page is being refined and your target audience is being niched down. So your following and your audience on social media is being niched down, and it's becoming more of your target audience. So that is a good thing. But at the same time, if your audience on your personal page does not match your target audience for your business, then there's really, it doesn't make much sense to market your business, your products, or your services on your personal page. On the other hand, if you do decide to keep your personal page, I think under these circumstances it will be okay. If you are the face of your brand, if you're the face of your business, then I think it makes a lot of sense to keep it on your personal page. It's also just a lot easier to manage. In all honesty, it's really hard to be consistent and just keep up a consistent posting schedule with two separate pages if you are trying to build a personal brand and you're trying to market on your business page and it's just you. It can be a lot of work. So just in a practical sense, it just might be easier. And then also any like service-based or content-driven platform, for example, if you're starting a YouTube channel or a podcast or a blog, but you're the face of it and it is directly tied to you, then I think it would make sense to keep it on your personal page. Also, your current personal page audience, they probably are going to consume your content. They probably are going to be interested in whatever you're putting out there. So in that case, it would make sense. If you're just completely selling an arbitrary product or service that really has absolutely nothing to do with your audience, then I think that's when it might just make a lot more sense for you to go ahead and create a separate page. But again, it is kind of just like the whole build-up process. Like, you have to grow the page, you have to nurture it, you have to be consistent, and you might already have an existing platform and a great following on your personal page, and it's kind of hard to build that up from scratch with a new page. So in that case, it might be easier to just continue posting your business content on your personal page. So I told you guys that I do social media marketing, and my business has grown to become from a freelance, just me doing it, and it's become a social media agency. And so I don't have to create a separate business page because I wouldn't say I'm the face of my brand, but at the same time, it's a service-based business, and it is also very personal. But at the same time, since my business is growing and as it scales, it just makes sense to have a separate business page. So that's what we've done, just because we know, our vision and where we want to go for the future. So it's better to have a platform and a separate page and separate branding for that, completely aside from my personal branding, even though I still do promote my services on my personal page. So if you are a social media manager, it does make sense to promote your services on your personal page if that's easiest for you, and a lot of people do that. Where the conflict comes in is just because sometimes people are very married to the content that they want to post for their audience. Their friends and family are not expecting to see you promoting your services. They're expecting pictures of you out with your friends, pictures of you on vacation, and so it might kind of throw them off a little bit. And sometimes that fear of what others are thinking, or that imposter syndrome, can come up, and it can be kind of scary to promote on your personal page. That's just something that as a business owner, you're gonna have to just get over. It can be easier to create a separate page for your business to strictly post that kind of content, and then you're free to post whatever you want on your personal page. And then again, if it's something that your followers, your friends and family, if they can benefit from that content, and also if it's something that they can expect from you, just because, for me, I like making videos, I like making content. Before I was a social media manager, I did YouTube still, and I did kind of influencing brand ambassador stuff here and there. So people knew that I loved to be in front of the camera. People knew I loved like the digital space. I was into modeling. I was also into photography, and that was something that was kind of like a known thing on my personal page. So I guess this is something that was expected, and when I do post social media related content and branding related content, it is something that's expected because it's always been an industry or a field that I've been into and dipping my hands into since I was like in high school. So it's not something completely out of the blue where people are gonna be like, whoa, what is she doing? Long story short, if the content is something that your followers and your friends and family can expect from you, it makes sense that you're posting it and they can benefit from your content, then I say go ahead and post it. For a social media manager, sometimes regular audiences do benefit from learning social media tips and learning engagement tips and how to grow your page and how to boost your engagement, how to, tips and tricks for reels and stuff like that. People like to see that kind of content anyway, just because who doesn't want to improve their social media presence? I mean, probably a lot of people don't, but a lot of regular people who don't own a business and aren't trying to improve their online presence for their brand's sake, they still like to, hear those tips and learn something new about social media. So in that case, it's a little bit different, and I feel like it's totally fine to post on your personal page about your business if you're adding value in that area. So you can kind of decipher, like, is this going to be helpful for my audience? If yes, then why not? If no, then probably you want to create a separate business page for that. And as you go, you'll kind of see your business grow and change and develop. And if your business does grow to the point where you think you want to go ahead and create a separate business page, it's kind of like what happened to me, then go for it. Like, I at first was only using my personal page to promote my services and what I did, and then as more people jumped on board and I created a team and I just started creating a brand, and as it began to like blossom and grow a little bit more, that's when I was like, okay, let's create a separate page for this. This is going to be its own entity instead of just me. So a few notes for if you do choose to keep your personal page and promote your business there. The first one is you want to make your transition smooth and you want to make it make sense. Like I said, it can be a little bit scary and you can kind of fear what people are going to think of you if you're just, all of a sudden starting to post about your business or starting to post about this new interest of yours on your personal page, and the content is completely shifting and you're transitioning from just posting personal content to now whatever this new area of interest is for you. And so when you are transitioning, I feel like it's a good idea to at least let your audience know, like, this is the type of content that you're going to be posting moving forward, so that it's not just all of a sudden like random business content from you that people are confused by they may unfollow you. Like I said, if they do unfollow you, that's fine. That's to be expected. I lost tons of followers when I first made that shift, but then I gained so many right back just because my niche started to grow. So just make sure that you're sharing that narrative, like, okay, I'm transitioning my page a little bit, I'm starting to build my brand, this is the content that you're gonna see from me. So when I first started transitioning my page, I just realized that I didn't really let my audience know, and I jumped straight into just posting content related to my target audience, which probably was a little bit weird, but it got a lot of engagement. For me, this is a lot of likes. I got 444 likes when I first posted this, and I started talking about the purpose of discovery calls, learning more about your clients before you begin to work together with social media marketing. And that was me kind of just letting my audience know, like, hey, I do social media marketing now. Hit the link in my bio. You can schedule a consultation with me today. And that was me just prepping my audience and letting them know, like, hey, this is what I'm doing now. This is where I'm going with my page moving forward. This is what you can expect from me. And it's good to just let them know so that they're not kind of shocked and thrown off when they all of a sudden start to see this content from you. And also, it's good to understand that it might take time for your business content on your personal page to get engagement, just because, you know, the audience is a little confusing. Some people are there for your personal content. Some people are there for your business related content. Some people are here for it all. So it can be a little bit challenging sometimes when your business related content is not getting as much engagement as you would hope, but you have to understand that a lot of the people that are following you there are not there for that, and that's okay. And those people who aren't really expecting that kind of content from you, chances are they may unfollow you, and you can't be like butthurt and offended by that, because that's just how it works. And I guarantee you, if you're consistent and you keep putting in the work, you will see those followers come back, and it will be people that are in your target audience and in your niche. And it will take time for that audience to be refined and grow and scale. But, you know, with consistency and as you keep posting, you will see it become more defined. And if you do choose to create a separate business page, I have a few notes for you here as well. Just remember that people want to support businesses when they're able to support the person behind it, and when they're able to feel a connection with you. So keep it personal. Although it isn't your personal page, it is important for businesses to give people that personal connection and that element of relatability. Just keep it intimate, show your personality. People want to see behind the scenes of your life. They want to see what you like to eat. They want to see what you're doing on the weekends. They want to see what you're doing when it's not 9 to 5. They want to see what's going on behind the scenes of your business, behind the scenes of your life. So be present, show up on social media and connect with your followers, and give them that know, like, and trust. Like I said, this is really hard to do when you're on 2 social media platforms, trying to show up for your personal audience and trying to show up for your business audience. It is really hard, and I do a horrible job at it. So don't watch what I do. You know, if that's what you want to do, you just have to remember that people buy from people, and people want to see what's going on in your life. And especially when they're connected to your mission and they're connected to, you know, the person behind the business and what you stand for, then chances are your page and your business is going to be a lot more effective and impactful. So make sure you're being consistent, you're showing your personality, and your business page is going to do great. But I hope these tips were helpful for you. Let me know if they were in the comments. That's pretty much what I tell people when they ask me if they should create a separate page for their business or if they should continue just only using their personal page. So I hope this gave you a little bit of insight, and I hope this helped you with your decision making. Let me know if it helped in the comments. Also share this with a friend, give this video a thumbs up, and leave me a comment letting me know any questions that you may have or whatever videos you'd like to see from me next. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell. Also follow me on Instagram at Charissa Bacon, and follow my social media agency for value and tips regarding social media at Vine and Branch Media on Instagram. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.